Always get off to a rough start. I think because I'm nervous in front of you, there's no reason. George Shearing was a pianist and a composer, and he played and composed a lot of soft jazz, and this is one of them. It's called Lullaby of Birdland. The next song is unique. My back is too. The next song is unique in that it does have lyrics. It does have words, but there are only 3 words in the entire song. You know the song, and you know the lyrics, and I expect you to provide the lyrics when they come up. an interesting story behind that song. We all remember vinyl records, right? Side A. And side A is what the company always put the song they knew would be the hit, that would carry it. Side B was often an afterthought of what to put on side B. I cannot tell you what side A Tequila was. But when it came to side B, it was a company called Challenge Records. They couldn't decide what to put on side B. There was a group that was all for tequila. They said, it's good, it's got good rhythm. And there was an equal amount from a group that said, no, it's not a good song. So in that case, the president, the owner of the company, was the one who was going to decide. And he opted for tequila, and the rest is history. It made it popular. That wasn't what was interesting to me. You are never going to guess who the owner of that company was. Take a guess. Oh, you're no fun. I will tell you, the owner of the company was Gene Autry. Oh. I kid you not. After he got through with his cowboy stuff, he sort of got back in the saddle again, get it? And he was an incredible businessman. He owned a radio studio, he owned a baseball team, and he owned a recording studio for records. Isn't that neat? So the next time you hear tequila, you can thank Gene Autry. Isn't that just so weird? So weird, yeah. When I heard this song in the 60s and all of this, I really thought that the song was composed for the gal who made it famous. She ran with it. It was only years later that I found out it was not composed in the 60s. It was composed in 1929 and released in 1930. And she ran with it and made it her own and made it popular. She herself was not a soloist, actually. She was a part of a big group that we all loved in the 1960s called the Mamas and the Papas. And this was Mama Cass Elliot and Dream a Little Dream of Me. My next favorite song came from 1938 and was written by a couple songwriters that worked together named Robbins and Shavers, and in all honesty, I don't know too much about them. But I do know they were working on this song, and their agent was in another city in the United States, and in those days they sent telegrams to each other. And he told them that a major music company was interested in the song that they were working on, but that there was a deadline. They had to get it in right away. So he sent the telegram, send song immediately. Well, they hadn't finished the song. They had done the music and everything. They were just beginning to do the words. So, but they knew they had to take advantage of this or they would lose out. So they sent the song to their agent, and a few days later, he sent another telegram. Got the song. It's good. They want to accept it. What's the title? I need a title to submit with it. Well, they didn't have one. So they had just a few words going. So they wrote a telegram back, well, it's undecided. Well, he went with that. And he submitted it with that. And now they had a problem because they had the title. They had to throw away the words that they were working on. And that's the genius of a lyricist. They came up with perfect words for it. First you say you do, and then you don't, and then you say you will, and then you won't. You're undecided now, so what are you gonna do? Can't Take My Eyes Off of You by the Four Seasons in the 1960s, the Four Seasons. Those of you who saw the play in Memphis here, Jersey Boy, that was the gang, led by Frankie Valli. Okay, this next song is a cute song because it has, to me, it has a lesson to it, that impossible things can happen. We all know that a tiny, tiny little ant can't possibly move a rubber tree plant, but he has high hopes. And what I love most about this song is that they prove that impossible things can happen by throwing in that little phrase, whoops, there goes another rubber tree plant, all the way through the song. I love it. Here it goes. High hopes. And I do believe that Frank Sinatra was the one who gave me that. Shadow of Your Smile, coming from the movie Ann Carter. Are you here? What movie did that come from? Sandpiper, The Sandpiper. It was in the mid-60s with the appearance of the couple that had just got married. That certainly was in the news. It was Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton who starred in that. Okay. The next song, guys, it's not aimed at you. It's not, the song isn't aimed at the guys. It's for us gals. And so I have a question for us. Do you remember back in the day, we would have little music boxes that were also jewelry boxes. And you opened them up, and there was a little ballerina that would go round and round, and there was little mirrors behind her so you could see her dance round and round. And if you were anything like me, I would wait till the music got slower and slower and finally stopped. This is a song written in the 60s, and it's called Music Box Dancer.
Music Box Dancer, one of my favorites.
The music. I always end our session with a couple songs from Broadway. And the first play that I'm going to do it from is from a play called Sweet Charity. It wasn't a big hit like My Fair Lady or anything like that, but it really had colorful characters in it, and I loved the music. The female lead in it her name was Charity, and that's where they got the title Sweet Charity. She was a dancer, and she had a goal, and her goal was to take advantage of any opportunity to find a future husband. But she cracked me up because her priorities were all wrong. And there's a scene in the play where there's a dance, and she sees this good-looking guy walking through the door, and she immediately walks out there and talks to him. That's the song. She's singing the song to him. And she starts off with, the minute I saw you walk through that door, I knew you were a man of distinction, a real big spender. And then she goes on and says, spend a little time with me. It's a sassy little song from Sweet Charity, and it's called Big Spender. If Ever I Would Leave You. And the name of the Broadway play? Camelot. Camelot. And the star, the singer and the dancer, up until he won that role in Camelot on Broadway, he was an unknown. This was the song that opened the doors for him, and he went on to record many, and his name was Robert Goulet. Robert Goulet. Okay. All right. My last song. You've got to admit that in the 1.5+ months that I have lived in Kirby, I have shown great restraint in not playing this song, out of my deep respect for my new state of Tennessee. But it's time.